Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Adelaide versus St Kilda game in which Adelaide nudged over the line 26-22. I think it was 3 goals 8 to 3 goals 4, so Adelaide probably should have kicked more accurately and kicked away in this game. But a win's a win at this point in the season. They just need to keep on winning to keep up their hopes for a top, 2-3 finish. Top 2 finish in the AFLW season, and then we get the home final in the home double chance effectively. But anyway, let's just jump into this and look at the Ebony Marinoff show, because she again went absolutely large, 172 fantasy points. It's something that we rarely see out of a male, like across the whole male comp. To be honest, to see like a score above about 160, 150, you see it maybe once or twice in a year. And in a shortened season, Ebony Marinoff's done it twice. I think we'll go on 150 plus. Has she gone twice, or is it 3 times now? Is it 3 maybe? 172, 135, 138, 131, 191. And that pretty much makes it. She hasn't dropped below 90 since round 13. I think that might be the grand final of season 7. So that's now something like what? She played 6 games. She's now played 19 straight games of getting a score above of 91 plus, which is just ridiculous. And it is also, 8 games straight of turning up. I mean, she had a 99. If you put one more then we're talking about, something like 14 straight games of tons. It's getting on a ridiculous scale at this point, what she's doing. And that's just because she has all the elements of what a good fantasy scorer is. Absolutely high TOG, giving you the best chance to score. Has a ridiculous points per minute, which is also really good to see. She's getting 2 points per minute, which is just dumb. If we think about that, 90%, men's games go for about 125 minutes, right? So 126 minutes, say that's roughly, I would think, about where they sit, times 0.92 is 115 point. You are joking me if I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Times 2.02. Okay. This is how ridiculous the men's is, how much more stoppage time the men have compared to the women's. If it is right, and I don't know exactly because it doesn't sound right, but that 148 would translate to 234 in the men's. 234, and if we do the 0.85 conversion that it is in terms of actual game time, then that's a 174, which just shows how much more dead time there is in the men's than the women's. At the moment, is that it counts for 60 points, so about a quarter of it. But yeah, she would average 174 in the men's. And that's 191 divided by the 0.85 is equivalent to a 224. That 172, I'm guessing, is equivalent to about a 202. So yeah, she just double tonned effectively in the men's game here. Just if you they play 17-minute quarters compared to the men's 20, double ton. That's how ridiculous she is. And that's why she could be absolutely huge. There is a chance, there is quite a big chance here that she goes and puts the 600 plus score up on this double for the captaincy. So I just want to double check that I put the right captaincy on her. Yes, I have. That'll be crucial because she's probably going to go large, and it will suck for anyone that doesn't have the captaincy on Ebony Marinoff. Maddie Newman here, 104. Yeah, she's just doing her thing, and she's been actually really impactful off of 0% CBAs, I want to say. I don't think she had any CBAs. If we just go here, 0 CBAs, no kick-ins, but a massive increase in her point scoring, which is kind of surprising. Didn't see it coming, but it makes sense now when she's basically coming off the halfback and then just becoming she's basically swapping with Randall, I think, from what I'm seeing. And then Randall takes the initial contest in the CBAs and then goes and filters back into the back line. And Maddie Newman comes up, and that's how they sort of swap roles. And that's why you see Maddie Newman going 104 and Randall 56 with the big tackle discrepancy as well as possessions. So yeah, that's the reason why that is the case. Gould 78 key forward. Hatchard 76. This is why I'm a little bit worried about Hatchard, is that she's probably going to pull out a massive couple games in the double and then really burn the people that didn't go for her. Munyard 73, but I think injured, from memory, and not playing. If I just go to this one here, is it this one? Munyard injured or out, Ballard out, and Charlton out. So if you actually look at it, Maddie Newman on ball, that's probably not going to happen. I would suspect Randall on ball, and then, but it means that at least Randall's going to get kick-ins. But I mean, Melbourne even going to score, honestly. So we'll see how that filters out, but it could be both. No, it will be Bedell that gets kick-ins, won't it? Where's Bedell? Bedell named it. They've got their kick-in player at full forward. They've got a player that's played like 80% on ball at half-back. They've got someone who's played 0% on ball when, like, so this is how much I'm taking into their actual team list. I don't think that's the way they line up. But anyway, so Randall, I think she'll still profit from all of that now, thinking about it, but it's not Bedell that's out, it is Ballard that's out, and that's slightly different because one of them's the kick-in taker. If we just go, is it this one here? Yes, it is. Then we go to kick-in a breakdown, and then you see here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If Bedell's out, then Randall would profit a lot more, but obviously Bedell is not out, as we just showed. Allen, Bedell, Thompson, Boyle Carr is someone that I brought in just for cash generation purposes, and so hopefully she can score some points. 4 tackles, 9 touches last time, so hopefully she also gets some run out there, because they might do some sort of resting. You can kind of do it in the games if you blow teams off the park, so they couldn't really do it in this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if in future games they get out to 40, 50 points and then they're just like, yep, we need to rest you slightly. Marinoff, Randall, other girls, other main girls like Maddie Newman or someone like that, and then they just sort of let the youngsters like Boyloo and Boyle Carr sort of play a little bit more. Prowse, Charlton, good win. Ponta as well has really struggled, so I'm glad that I got Randall in over Ponta now. It did suck in the first week when Ponta went 102, but Randall 56 beat her. She beats her pretty much by every week by about 20 odd, so it's a much better decision and much better role, to be honest with you. Customer, Mueller, Boyloo, Van Hagen, and Ballard. I think Boyloo's going to be one that's interesting, because I reckon in 2 or 3 years, like we've seen with Goering, like we've seen with some other prospects this year. I can't remember them, but a lot of the girls that have been really good this year. I think Breed as well. A lot of them are about, I think Breed is like 21, 22. If I just go to this, if I go to round 6, I'll be able to, I'll be able to click on them. And I'll be able to show you what I mean by that exactly. If we go to Breed here, open a new tab, you'll see 23 years old. Okay. And then we go down to, where is Goering? Because I'm pretty sure she is a similar thing here. If we go to Goering as well, you'll see Goering as well, 24 years old. So I think Boyloo's going to be one that we have to wait a little bit longer for her to pop. But when she does pop, she'll be 22, 21 years old. She'll be a couple of years older and be a much better, much more built prospect because of preseasons under her belt. And she'll be able to burst. So I think she's one that's going to be on the wait list for a while, I think, just because of how strong this midfield is. And like we've seen with a lot of the other girls, it may take her actually moving away from the side for her to actually get some minutes in the midfield. So she's one that's going to be put on the sort of stashed away list, I think, for a couple of years' time, because I think she's one that will score well. She just needs an actual role, which she's not going to get at the moment. Then I'm going to whip through St Kilda. I mean, they don't really matter as much because they've already played, but Tiana Smith was probably one that I should have targeted. I don't know what she exactly scored, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It was a pretty good score last night. She scored a 90, wouldn't have been the worst score to have. Grace Kelly, 84, pretty good as well. Jamie Lambert starting to dominate as well. I'm pretty sure, did Jamie Lambert move? Let's actually check here. Did Jamie Lambert move in the off-season? No, a couple of seasons ago, she moved from Collingwood and has really did step up her role in the new St Kilda, side, and then in the last couple of weeks she's really stepped it up. I'm pretty sure 108, 84, and then a 120 I want to say again in the game against GWS last night. But yeah, she's really stepped it up a little bit. McDonald 79. Serene Watson 65. She's trudging along. She scored 61 last night as well, so she seems to be a 60s girl, which isn't the worst. We definitely had that with heads last year, where that D5 sort of D4 D5 can be 60s. It's not the worst. Trudgeon, Jacobson, Richardson, Vesely, Simpson, Anderson, Nalder, Stevens playing. Wardlaw 28. When she doesn't get on the score sheet, it looks horrific. But when she does, she goes absolutely nuts. She went like 70 last night as well, because on the back of 3 goals, as well as I think she clunked to maybe a couple more marks. Let's actually just compare the stats here. She had 10 kicks, 7 marks, 3 tackles, and 3 goals. Let's look at the stats again. 4 less kicks, 2 more handballs, 6 less marks, and 1 less tackle, and then also 5 more hitouts. And let's just check her free kicks, because I know she conceded a free kick against 1 and 3 split, so a little bit worse there, but then also made it up for in the goals department. Goodridge, Sturt, Boyd, Feidler, Priest, and then Friend. I'm pretty sure was it Feidler that had a really good game? Yeah, Feidler had a 76 on 30 hitouts. So when she came up against O'Dowd last night, she did really well. After I said that she was slowing down a little bit, but yeah, no, she got on top against O'Dowd, because O'Dowd isn't much of a hit-out ruckman, but more of a 4th midfielder. Priest, and then Friend as well. So that pretty much is the video. They're going through the Adelaide versus St Kilda game, in which Ebony Marinoff just dominates. It's the Noffy show this season, and like I said in that tweet, or I showed that tweet yesterday about the Mitch anti-potting her. It's really not worked out for those that anti-pot her, and this could be very, very dangerous, given that you can't really jump to her. It's very, very hard, as I showed, to jump to her, as well as not breaking your whole structure down a little bit. Given that you pretty much need to, I would think, jump from basically her to, you need basically 3 primos to jump to her, and then 2 primos of about 1 million, unless you have about 400, 500k in the bank. But anyway, that is the video. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I will see you guys in the last recap of today. Bye guys.